Do you think Rua was coming in? Do you think he was hurt, or? I mean, he just looked completely out of his element. He didn't land a single leg kick. Do you think he was suffering from something, or do you think Jon just took him out of his game?
I think we systematically did our best to make sure that Jon was prepared enough to attack each one of his safety zones, and Jon was able to do that.
Huh. Because he just looked awful. And
I don't think he looked awful. I think he just was having a frustrating time against Jon Jones. I think Jon can make anybody look like they're having a frustrating time against Jon Jones.
You got Jones. Jon can do that to everybody. You know, when he does what he wants to do, he's unpredictable. He can win anywhere.
Uh-huh. And not a single leg kick from Rua. Were you surprised by that?
No, I mean, I thought he would attempt a little bit more, but it's so hard to hit somebody with a leg kick when they're so long. Those hands hit you halfway across the cage, and if you try to shuffle in with a leg kick, it can be kind of rough.
Uh-huh.
At least that's my impression of it.
Huh. Who do you think the biggest threat is to Jon Jones?
Everybody in the division's a big threat. There's not one guy I think that stands out. I think that everybody in the division's a big threat.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I finally heard Jon Jones swear tonight at the press conference.
Did he really?
Yeah, he swore in Spanish, and he was imitating you.
Oh, get the... What did he say, that goofball?
He said, and then Greg was all yelling at this guy in Spanish, and I didn't even know Greg spoke Spanish, and he's saying, puta madre maricon. That's what he said. Where did you learn those words?
I grew up in the South Valley homes. That's where I learned them from. That's funny. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Did he tell the story of how he kicked the guy's legs and I jumped on him, or what? Yeah.
Told the whole story, super animated. What a good day for Jon Jones, huh?
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. Did he tell the part where I was yelling at him to get out of there because I didn't want him to bust his hand?
Mm-hmm.
Big goofball.
Yeah.
That'll give me a heart attack, me and Mr. Winkeljohn.
I bet. Crazy that you guys were even there.
Yeah.
But Dana White didn't know what to think of it. He said, I wish he'd stop fighting crime. But
I wish he'd stop fighting crime. Dana's funny. He's a funny dude.
But then as he was talking, he kind of he started talking about Bob Riley, the assemblyman in New York who's trying to block MMA. And then he said, I hope Bob Riley's watching, because we came in, we made a ton of money for New York City, even though we held the event in New Jersey, and then, we stopped a robbery.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good on him.
So, what was the game plan for tonight?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. The game plan that Mr. Winkeljohn and myself came up with, and Mr. Nurse helped out with as well, was that what we do is we give him tools to play with, things that we don't want him to do, like don't walk into this, and things that he is going to do to shut him down, and then we let him create. In other words, Shogun does specific things. He likes the right hand, or he likes the right leg kick. He puts his knee across in half guard and has a series of stuff that he does from there, including a sweep, knee bar, etc. He does 90-degree angles from the guard. He enjoys that a lot. So here's what you need to do to shut down all of those things that he's doing, both standing and on the ground. Wrestling, he locks his hands, puts his hips away, so tilt him to keep him off balance, etc., etc. So each position that he had a formula that we were going to apply to that position. Then we give him new tools to play with. Mr. Winkeljohn will show him a new punch kick combination, whatever it is. Mr. Nurse will show him a new entrance or whatever, and then I mess with his ground and pound and his jiu-jitsu and a little bit of the standing stuff as well. And so then you just got to step back and let him create, because he's so creative and he flows so well that if you try to put him in a box, I feel you're going to take away what makes him great, but you have to constantly improve him. So you're giving him these new techniques, but at the same time, you have to give him the freedom to be an artist.
Mm-hmm. How do you prepare him to deal with those leg kicks?
Well, length, really. And the whole thing was about not being in that space at that time, and that worked out real well.
So you mean staying out of leg kick range?
Right, because he's so long. He's one of the few people that can hit you, and you can't touch him with a kick. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I think he did catch a leg kick at some point.
Yeah, he
because
caught a leg kick.
we drilled that a lot because we know it's coming. At some point, it's coming, and he caught him and put him down with it. So
Yeah.
I think once you get caught and you put down, you can't get to it, and then if you can't, when you do kick it, you get taken down. That can be very discouraging.
Right. And his jab looked really sharp tonight.
That's Mr. Winkeljohn 101 right there.
He's always his jab has improved in every fight. He just hasn't had to use it yet until tonight. He's dominated in many other ways. Tonight just showcased more of his skills, his talents.
Were you surprised? Were you guys surprised at how badly he schooled Shogun?
I don't think I was surprised at how badly. I really thought that he was going to school Shogun. I thought he would end up finishing him on the ground myself. I wanted him to avoid Shogun's power strikes, and I figured we'd take him to the ground and finish it there. I was surprised that he beat him up standing up as easily as he did, but John's been doing that in the gym. And I've been telling everybody in the press that John could beat Shogun standing up, so I wasn't surprised about that.
I was too focused to be surprised about it. It was just the playing out the way it was playing out. There was no emotion for me. It was just, this is what's happening. This is what needs to get done. It's only after you step back, you're like, oh, we did good.
Huh. What did you think he was ever in danger of? I think Shogun went for a knee bar at one point. It looked like he was going for a triangle at one point.
No, we had trained him so much for that stuff. Just trained him that, yeah, when he went for that rock back on the legs, John knew what he was doing, step on out of there. When he was sliding that 90 degree for the armbar triangle combination, he'd done that a lot, get his arm back in and posturing. So no, I was pretty confident that he could get close.
Does it mean anything that Jon Jones has a white belt? I mean, do you guys...
He doesn't after that fight.
Do you give belts?
Yeah, we do.
In
but listen,
jiu-jitsu?
no, in what
Guy
we do.
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, well, no, it's just Jackson's MMA. I don't have a belt in jiu-jitsu at all, and I'm in the Grapplers Quest Hall of Fame. I'm in for the first coach ever inducted in there. We used to smash that. You don't need a jiu-jitsu belt. Jiu-jitsu means that you have a gi, you understand what to do that. You don't need that. Now, I'm not saying it is a terrible thing to have one. Obviously, they're very good people that own them. I don't own any rank in any recognized jiu-jitsu system like that, and I don't feel we've done pretty well without it. So I'm very happy to in what we do, which is mixed martial arts, which is kickboxing, wrestling. I'm very happy to give them a belt in that. If people don't respect that, well, they'll respect the other belt.
You mean the one around
the
his
shiny
waist?
one.
The shiny one.